What's up guys, Corvus95 here and welcome to my Pokemon Showdown team review for the OU tiered battles I've been doing this week. First up we have our main returner, didn't change at all from last week, did exactly as good a job this week as he did last week, and that is Garchomp. Choice Scarf, Rough Skin, EQ, Outrage, Poison Jab, Stone Edge. Poison Jab doesn't come into use very often. You're almost always going either EQ or Outrage. But if you're ever one-on-one with a fairy, then it's there. I'm pretty sure I'll probably take out like a Mega Gardevoir in one hit. I haven't run the calcs, but and I haven't had the chance to do it, but it's much better chance than EQ one-shotting a Mega Gardevoir, I think. And yeah, not much to say about Garchomp. Does the job well. Very good Pokemon. I understand why it's one of the most used Pokemon in 6th generation. So, yeah. Gardevoir. Now, I am so close to dropping Gardevoir from the team simply because of this move. Focus Blast. It never hits. First turn, I don't think I've hit it yet. And that is the most annoying thing in the world. So, if Gardevoir is going to make it on the team for next week's battles, then I think I'm going to have to replace Focus Blast. What I replace it with, I don't know. I mean, do I go Hidden Power Fighting? It's not great, but I may have to, because I can't deal with the fact that I miss every single attempt. And it's cost me like 1 or 2 matches, just because the Pokemon that Gardevoir can easily take out with the Focus Blast ends up killing Gardevoir, and then I don't have it for one of his other Pokemon that I need it for. So yeah, I'm considering getting rid of Mega Gardevoir altogether. I think I am actually going to get rid of Mega Gardevoir for next week's team. I think Garchomp's going to stay. I think this Pokemon, Scizor, is also going to stay with this exact moveset. It worked pretty well. Brick Break came in slightly handy. I mean, it does very little to a Ferrothorn, but everything does very little to a Ferrothorn. And I didn't really come up against many screen users this week, which the previous week I believe I came up against quite a few. So that's strange. It could have been due to the fact that Hoopa-Unbound became banned from OU midway through the week. Could be due to that. So Lumberry came in handy. Again, it's my regular switch in when I know my opponent's going to try and status something. And yeah, very good Pokemon Scizor. Like, the only thing I would really change about it is make it, like, you could get rid of Brick Break for superpower. I prefer Brick Break just because of the screen removal. And the only thing you could really do is get rid of the Lumberry, where you can make more speedy if you wanted, rather than bulky, and get rid of the Lumberry for like a Choice Band or something similar, Mega Stone maybe. But I prefer Lumberry because it just soaks up status so well. Next up, the Pokemon we had to emergency draft in midway through the week because of Hoopa-Unbound becoming Ubers midway through the week. Or Ubers tested. Choice Band, Gale Wings, Brave Bird, Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Acrobatics. Now, this is a very hard one to decide on, because it gets walled by so many things, yet it's so good against so many other things. I think Talonflame excels in battle spot battles, where it's 3-on-3, but you choose 3 of your 6 Pokemon, because if your opponent sees a Talonflame and they have a counter for it, then they're basically forced to bring that counter in case you bring Talonflame, which kind of gives you an advantage because you can be like, well, they're gonna have to bring that counter, so I can bring something that easily counters that counter. Whereas in this, because you're kind of forced to use all 6 of your Pokemon, it's not as good, I believe. Well, not finally, second to last, we have Assault Vest Rotom-Wash. Doesn't take special hits that well. It's a bit disappointing. I may have to make a max special defense if I choose to use it next week. Got Volt Switch, Hydro Pump, Signal Beam, Dark Pulse. Decent coverage there. Hydro Pump only missed twice, I believe, across the entire week, so that was okay. I would really like to have Thunderbolt on here, because Volt Switch doesn't do it for me. And I don't use the Switch initiative that much, so I think if I do use this Rotom-Wash next week, I'm going to go more in special defense, and I'm also going to put Thunderbolt on ahead of Volt Switch. Signal Beam and Dark Pulse came in quite handy. I think I got a one shot on something with the Dark Pulse, or a two shot, where like I hit them on the switch in and it did over half, and then I could kill them in the next turn because I outsped. And that 209 speed actually does outspeed quite a few things. So next up, and finally, we have Mamoswine, Life Orb, Thick Flat, EQ, Ethical Crash, Ice Shard, Knockoff. This did come in handy. I think I got a sweep with Mamoswine in one of the battles, where someone switched in a Garchomp on it. I don't know why. I think they were expecting an EQ, but then I just smacked them with an Ice Shard. So I think it's because I used EQ the previous turn and they were expecting me to be banded or scarfed, so they thought they were safe to switch in, but then I just went for the Ice Shard. And yeah, so out of the team, I think the ones I'm going to switch out are Mega Gardevoir, Talonflame, and possibly Rotom-Wash. Everyone else I think is going to stay. I think replacing them, I may, like this week I went all out offensive. There's basically no defensive Pokemon on this team. I think since I'm getting rid of Rotom, I may get a Azumarill. I think my Mega, I might try on Mega Charizard. I don't use Mega Charizard at all. I think I'm going to use it like 3 or 4 times in 6th gen. So I may try Mega Charizard out, Azumarill, and I think I'll stick with the all-out offensive strategy. So, and we may go for something like a Raikou, maybe? Something like that? I'm not sure. Maybe a Thundurus. That's a possibility. Prankster Thundurus. Anyway, you'll have to wait till next week to... Oh, I suppose you'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out. But if you've enjoyed this video, guys, leave a like on it. Make sure to subscribe. Comment down below your suggestions for the team next week. I will be having a look in the comments of this video before I go and build the team. And from me, Corvus95, thank you guys so much for watching, and goodbye.